Maybe it's a little bit good that I'm making a tape specifically about Greta at a time when I'm a little bit fed up with the Moxieland establishment that has surrounded her and our media and gives all appearance of having uploaded her. I love Greta, but what good is it to moon about somebody when it's just a cosmic joke of Paul McCartney's to have you that way? When the Pope is intoning live for the others, in matter of the generations, and on with the weird idea that they can't trust Jimmy Carrey's judgment. They tried to set up this idea that I was, if I didn't promise that all my life's work, hard work, to the victims of something they did, then I was the secret perpetrator because it's some kind of horrible attack on the honor system of private culture in America, which has some debatable uh, representatives. And I'm now in a position in my life where I have to focus on taking care of myself. And in order to make that storyline go, they put out a mousetrap, a Venus flytrap, that they denied they were putting out a mousetrap, Venus flytrap about, which proved that AIDS was an attack to smother in controversy and tawdry storylines. What was needed to set up the bonus attack of COVID. And Greta emerged from the ashes of that like Blythe Sanders, the blaze from the cinders. I believe Greta deserves better than that. It's just like my defense of her at an imaginary COVID Nuremberg. I believe she's someone who, like me, wanted the world to look after the planet from the get go, to have sensibility, intelligence, meaning attached to each and every significant child in the public schools, who did something to trace disappearances and worked professionally and honestly with members of law enforcement. It's become so Hollywoodized that the people who think don't even know what they're thinking. They're replaying scripts from movies in their imaginations. It's surreal to think we can't do better. I look at my father's work on public education. He testified to the meaning of public schools. It was useful. So there are things that people need to learn, need to be able to do. One of the things I've learned about is carbon footprints. Where's my carbon footprint? I have no car. I live in a little apartment. If I had a bigger house, I would still have no car. Negligible carbon footprint. You think I'm conjuring sulfur from the abyss, smoking the world? That's Exxon doing that because I look at Playboy now and then. I get up in the morning because of what they did to me, and I don't get morning wood, it's called. Boys get morning wood. It's a simple fact. They did something to me and I don't. So I get up and look at Playboy so I get some sense. It's the same reason I have bradykinesia now because they gave me Parkinson's as a Brian Eno punishment for whatever they're made up. And so I have rigidity. I'm slow with the computer, slow typing. So sometimes I get a vibrator. Does that make sense? Oh, Josh Hawley's going to jump down. And Wizzy with his spinner on his head. What do you mean? Did you just say the word vibrator? I use it on my fingers, Holly, because your asinine cult gave me Parkinson's. You understand what I'm saying? And he'll be woo, woo, like the imbecile kid at the showers. And they in America as a group can't get past that. They're woo, woo, like the imbecile kid at the showers. All of them are. without any exception whatsoever, for no reason, no apparent reason whatsoever, except to make a mockery of the idea that public schools deserve better. Students in public schools deserve better than the horrible violence and brainwashing attack and torture and post critical computer mistranslation. That's what they did. They got set up a computer mistranslation for post critical, they called it recon, retrospective conversion into what they wanted to play that really happened. And this is the brain of public education in Western Pennsylvania. Retrospective conversion, meaning lying about everything that they did, will convert it using mistranslation officers. His name is Jaime Carbonell. He had these this puppet show from Paul McCartney and Neva Corporation working for Yoko Ono and John Schulman, who was robbing the museum. And they made up lie after lie after lie after lie, and they tortured me. And they said, I'm afraid because I'm hiding something. They were hiding that from me. They knew I didn't know it was there. You don't have any time for this, Greta. I understand that there's a person named Greta Thunberg who's beautiful, captivating, intelligent, wonderful, focused, contributing, lovely, loving, and leading light. Brilliant woman. That there's nothing left of me that I can give to you because you're part of a marksman man machine that has tortured me. And you're asking for a commitment from me that none of the people you're asking that commitment for deserve from me. So I'm not going to offer anything to anybody. The odds are very likely that I'll read the book and I'll continue to contribute to the best of my power news and information in various ways for as long as I can. The odds are very good that nobody's going to pay me for my work, and that if anybody makes any kind of contribution to me, a murder machine is going to fall into place from the oligarchy, and they're going to snap it. Yoko Ono is going to send people to really grind out every last vestige of hope or peace that's left to a person who she targeted for no reason whatsoever. She had no reason whatsoever. It was a psychological process in Japan's childish need to get revenge, which is legendary. They picked on me as an object of World War II. That's it. That's all there was to it. I think they should provide a better quietude for me to look after myself and do my work privately than one where I have to be dragged constantly through the public system where they have all of these creepy UW dialectical drama school antagonists lobbing interrogation pellets at me for the Yoko Ono's machine. Lie after cowardly lie. Greta is a beautiful person. There's nothing that she's saying or doing that couldn't have been said or done back in the 70s, and it should have been. Omar, AOC, Greta, they're the voices of the people who believe in love and peace and decency in civilization. They have lots and lots of people who don't want to listen. And the reason they don't want to listen, I have no comprehension of. But one of them is they pulled a real fast one when it came to me. And they don't want the door to that opening. and they will attack people I love and care about for even trying. So it's probably better for you not to try. But do me a big favor. Don't put yourself out as bait so that I have to walk through the gauntlet of Bernie Sanders and all of these other people who have told lie after lie after cowardly lie, both to me and about me for years and years and years and years, who made sure I was a battered and defeated person, who made sure that my brain was ruined before I even graduated from grade school. They made sure that I was the confused and washed out person that they wanted me to be by refusing to even teach me sign language. And so that I could try to find a better environment for education. What was I studying when Greta showed up? I just finished studying climate change. I was in Phi Theta Kappa. I mean, I was doing my work, but don't expect me to celebrate a moral system that makes a tortured, damaged, handicapped slave of somebody who had as much potential as I did, simply to make mockery of that potential. They chose me because I had potential. That's why they did it, so that they could make a mockery of it. They put my brain to sleep and said, let's have him come to and discover the circumstances that we've created for him. Isn't that lovely? And it has nothing to do with Pittsburgh Public Schools. The expectations, the requirements of a student, nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with corporal punishment. It was a capital punishment for a crime that never even took place, which was used as a substitute for something that happened long ago in a war for a purported widow who wants revenge in the name of cultural supremacy of some kind. Supreme insight. You wouldn't believe the deviant subtlety of their hammering need to establish domination over idiosyncrasies. Things that people can't even comprehend. They need to make so idiosyncratic and then belabor their points unendingly. And they deny that this is a filibuster against public safety and public warning. And what do we get for it? A fossil fuel machine that refuses to shut down, even when every single person on Earth is at risk of losing everything that they have because of planetary science change. And they take refuge under the robes of their religion. Their religion is a money bag. It's a cartoon from the game of Monopoly.